What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another segment of the Neighborhood Podcast. I'm half of the podcast, Kevin Valentin.
And I'm the other half of the podcast. My name is Kyle Dabro. Kevin, what do we have for the people today?
For the people, my boy, we are going to continue our NFL divisional predictions. Today, we are touching on the NFC South, which consists of the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the New Orleans Drew Breesless Saints, the struggling absolute dumpster fire Atlanta Falcons, and then obviously the question mark that is the Carolina Panthers. So again, that was in no order of who won the division and the type of order that we're going to predict in for tonight. But Kyle, I just got to ask you, based off of everything that's happened in this offseason, the Bucks reloading, Drew Brees' retirement, the Falcons being the Falcons, they didn't really do anything other than draft Kyle Pitts, the greatest tight end to ever come out of college. And then, you have the Carolina Panthers who made the trade from Teddy Bridgewater out over to from Teddy Bridgewater out to Sam Darnold. I don't know why I drew a blank there. I am a little tired. It's Monday. Just want to go to sleep. But from this division, what are your predictions and why?
Oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. The Bucks are going to win this division by a mile. So I just don't see how any team in that division is going to be able to compete with the Buccaneers. The Bucks completely reloaded for this year. They were able to re-sign all of their major key assets going into this offseason. You got Chris Godwin back. You got Levante David back. You got Leonard Fournette back. You got Ndamukong Suh back. I mean, the whole squad is coming back together for the Bucks. And then when you look at the rest of the teams in the division, like you mentioned, Drew Brees is retired, and that's going to leave a controversy as far as the quarterback spot goes between Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill. So not your best ideal players going into this season. So I don't think that the Saints are going to be much of a factor when it goes against the Bucks. When it comes to the Panthers, I mean, it's Sam Darnold. The biggest thing that I've remembered from Sam Darnold's career at this point is the ghost that he saw when he was playing for the Jets a couple years back against the Patriots. Other than that, Sam Darnold has had some flashpoint moments here and there, but it's followed up by too much of an inconsistent play for me. And then when it comes to the Falcons have just been mediocre. They've really never been the same after losing Super Bowl 51 to the Patriots. And I mean, Dan Quinn last year was barely holding on to his job last year and ends up, losing his head coaching job last year. So maybe there's a change of the guard. Maybe it's for the better for the Falcons this year. I don't really see it. It's just the Buccaneers essentially have a monopoly on this division this year. I see them going 13-4, maybe 14-3. When it comes to second place, I'm going to go with the Saints just because whoever's the starting quarterback for the Saints could be Jameis, could be Taysom. They could, mix them out. I'm going to have them at maybe 6-10, and not 6-10, 6-11, or maybe 7-10. And then for third place, I'm going to go with the Panthers. I think they're going to go 5-12, maybe 6-11. I just don't have a lot of faith in them as a team. And then the Falcons are basically they'll be at the bottom of the division once again. I see them going 4-13, maybe 5-12. So I got the Bucks at 1, Saints at 2, Panthers at 3, and then I got the Falcons at 4, which is basically the same order as last year, except I'm flip-flopping the Saints and the Bucks at the top 2 spots.
Mirroring once again because we share basically the same brain at this point. Bucks are going to just absolutely annihilate this division. I don't see them losing more than 3 or 4 games just because they won the Super Bowl. They built the same confidence. They drafted very well from what I'm understanding, and they re-signed key free agents that they needed to keep on the team. So the Bucks, for me, easily 13-4, maybe even 14-3. It really depends on how the entire season goes and the difficulty of their schedule. Again, I'm not familiar with it. I'm not a Bucks fan, but I don't see them losing many games this year. Tom Brady just coming back and just saying, yo, I'm going for number 8. We're doing it again. And I honestly, the Bucks are very, very much one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant team in the NFL. You can make the argument for it on both sides of the ball, obviously. And then obviously you're gonna have the defending divisional champs in the New Orleans Saints. Jameis Winston, like Kyle said, has led has led the Buccaneers previously to mediocre success, average success. I mean, he's known for the 30-30 season that he had just 2 years ago in Tampa Bay, throwing 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. So who knows what it's going to be like with an offensive-minded coach like Sean Payton, one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Alvin Kamara. Whenever the hell Michael Thomas decides to have a sane and normal mind and a healthy ankle at this point, he's going to have one of the best receivers in football on the other side of the field, similar to what he had over there in Tampa with Mike Evans. So, I mean, I can see them going to maybe there's no 500 record anymore because there's 17 games. So, like Kyle said, maybe 9-8. I don't really see them going anything more than 9 or 8 wins. If I'm being completely honest with you, if they do, it'd be a big shock. The Carolina Panthers are again going to fall into third by default, but I do see them winning a little bit more. I do see them winning about 7 games, going about 7-10. I think Christian McCaffrey being healthy. I think Sam Darnold's going to have a great year. I think Robbie Anderson is going to have another good year like he did last year. And I just see that offense kind of taking control and doing what it needs to do. Matt Rule is going to be in his second year in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the offensive mindedness of Matt Rule and the rest of that Panther lineup is going to be relatively okay. I don't think they're going to be as bad as people predict. And then, of course, the Atlanta Falcons, they lost Julio Jones. They didn't really add anything in terms of immediate relevance. And then, of course, the running back position is a big question mark over there. Obviously, the offensive line is okay. And then Matt Ryan is just getting older. The best player on the team is probably going to be Calvin Ridley. And now he's going to be the number one option, in which that probably means in reference he will get double teamed because he was torching people all last season. And then the defense is just bleh. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 3-14 once again, or 4-13. 3-14, 4-13. I said it right. Okay, I'm not bugging. But yeah, the NFC South is pretty much a straight path. There's not really many deviations. There's not many splits or forks in the road. Bucks all the way. We'll predict how far the Bucks go as the preseason progresses. But Bucks, Saints, Panthers, Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of controversy when it comes to this division. I mean, it's pretty straight and narrow. The Bucks have pretty much this division on lock, and until Brady retires, I don't really see that changing anytime soon. So, I think the Bucks, not only are they one of the best teams in the NFC South, they are one of the best teams in the NFL. They're coming off of their Super Bowl win against the Chiefs last year. And don't be surprised if this team is going to compete for another Super Bowl this year. And I know Brady's going to definitely try to propel those guys to get back to that Super Bowl once again. I believe the Super Bowl is in LA this year, if I'm correct. So I think as long as that team stays healthy, I think that team has a very good shot to get back to the Super Bowl this year. So that's how good this team is. Not just offensively. Obviously, a lot of the attention is paid to the offense because Brady's running the show on that side of the ball. But that defense, what they were able to do against Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl last season, it was incredible. So I expect the defense to play just as well as what the offense is going to be able to produce this year. The Bucs got a squad. And then it's really just that plain and simple.
Yeah, no, that's about it, guys. That's going to wrap up the segment. If you like what you hear, like what you see, even, I know I'm looking a little scruffed right now. Your boy hasn't had a haircut in a little bit. But if you like what you hear, please please subscribe, please comment. We do love interacting with you guys. We've received a lot of comments in the last couple of months, and we love hearing from you guys. We love talking to you guys. So please don't hesitate. Even if you feel it's going against the grain, Kyle and I are definitely more than open to communicating and expressing our opinions, and we love hearing yours. But as for the segment, that'll wrap it up. We're probably going to make another one really shortly about the potential controversy that's going on in the magical land that is Foxborough, Massachusetts. And is it Massachusetts? Where is Foxborough? Is it okay?
It's Massachusetts.
Yeah. Nobody cares about New England, but we're going to talk about that briefly and see what. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry, that was rude. I can't say that. My co-host is a fan, so I will not go out and disrespect him like that. Not a lot of people care about them. That was nicer. Okay,
Oh,
what do you want from me?
If I said something like that about New York, you wouldn't have it.
Yeah, but that would be a lie because even people that hate us talk about us more than Foxborough.
I mean, look, Foxborough's claim to fame is the Patriots, so I mean, I'll say that.
And that's fine. 6 Super Bowls speak enough.
I'm not complaining. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm aware. Trust me, I'm aware. But other than that, like I said, guys, we're going to record a quick segment about who we believe is going to end up being the starting quarterback and why for the New England Patriots. Supposedly, there is trouble in paradise of Belichick not naming exactly a starting quarterback for Week 1 when, for the most part, I thought it was a relatively shoo-in for Cam to start because they said that Mac was going to play the backup role, at least from what I read and from what I understood. But we'll get into it shortly. So thank you guys for everything so far. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys later.
Yes, sir.